One U.S. service member was killed overnight in an anti-Al-Shabaab offensive that's near Somalia's capital, Mogadishu. Somali special forces backed by U.S. military advisors have in the past months increased their covert operations against the Al-Qaeda affiliated group. CGTN's Abdulaziz Bilo with this update now from Mogadishu.
The joint operation took place Thursday, some 40 kilometers west of the capital, Mogadishu, in a remote village known as Bari on the outskirts of Afgoye. The U.S. Africa Command says that one of its service members was killed in that attack that also left 6 Al-Shabaab militants dead. There's been no official word on the attack from the Somali government side, but in a statement, U.S. Africa Command says the operation was part of the U.S. Advise and Assist mission alongside members of the Somali National Army. Thursday's attack comes just months after U.S. President Donald Trump made Al-Shabaab a target by relaxing some of the rules for preventing civilian casualties and giving U.S. forces increased mandate to carry out counter-terrorism operations in the country. Al-Shabaab hasn't commented on the incident, but it's part of an intensified U.S. campaign against the group it terms as a threat to Americans and American interests. President Mohamed Abdullahi Farmajo has also declared of his government's plans to launch a massive offensive against the group as he plans to restructure the country's national army. The militant group has recently stepped up its attacks here in the capital, and most recently it carried out a failed attempt on the country's army chief just hours after he was named by President Farmajo. Abdulaziz Bilo, CGTN, Mogadishu, Somalia.
Right, let's get you more on that story. CGTN's Daniel Renchis is now joining us live from our Washington studios. Daniel, has the Pentagon given more details on the operation and what exactly happened in Somalia?
Well, the Pentagon has officially, via the U.S. Africa Command, confirmed that one service member was killed during an operation that supported the Somali National Army. We know, as was reported there, that it was about 40 miles west of Mogadishu and was targeting some form of Al-Shabaab camp, and that helicopters were flown in with Somali National Army and in support U.S. Navy SEALs. During that operation, there was an ambush by members of Al-Shabaab. That ambush led to the death of one U.S. Navy SEAL and injured another. They were then able to suppress fire and bring about, a successful operation. But certainly the fact that one of the service members was killed, one of these elite members of the U.S. Navy SEALs, is a blow to the U.S. operations there. About 50 special operations forces now operate in Somalia, but we're told that it wasn't part of the president's expanded operations. But the main thing here is that these aerial targeting operations that were mentioned in that previous report have been given a lower down authority. So the lower down the chain of command, U.S. military personnel are able to authorize strikes much more quickly, efficiently and flexibly. And so that gives them more operational stability in terms of responding to attacks. But in this case, there was no aerial operation. It was all done on the ground. Back to you.